Hello friends, it's me, and today let's watch this TikTok water filter ruined my skin style theory from the style theorist. Together, let's go. Let's start. Quick disclaimer, this video disappeared from the style theorist's channel. I wasn't able to find it. How was I able to get this thumbnail and the video itself? A miracle actually. I prepared this early on, back in January. Right now I'm filming this in March, so sorry.
Is your water ruining your skin, making your hair dull? And can TikTok's trendy new water filters really solve that problem for you? The answer to that and more after the intro. Hello Internet, welcome to Style Theory, the show that's always here to give you the unfiltered truth. Now, I've used
Hello Internet, welcome to Style Theory. Hello.
filters before for my coffee, my drinking water, my Instagram photos, but I've never thought about bringing filters into my hygiene routine until I stumbled across these TikTok ads.
Did you know that hard water and contaminants that are in your tap water could be affecting your skincare?
This is seriously a life-changing hair care product that I bet you didn't know that you needed.
And the results are amazing. In just 2 weeks, my skin's less irritated.
Having a shower filter is a shower essential.
My skin just feels healthier as well as my hair.
These are the Filter Baby and Kitsch water filters. Both are meant to turn your ordinary tap water from drab into fab. And so, I got my hands on both of them.
Welcome back to my bathroom, where this time we're getting up to some TikTok shenanigans.
Now, despite the high praise of the TikTokers, I wasn't totally sold on these filters for one big reason.
This one, it cost me over $100, and I'm not sure I believe it's worth it, especially because it came with a warning on Amazon about being a frequently returned item. Doesn't bode well for this.
The Kitsch filter, with its much more budget-friendly price of $39.99, came with the same warning. But before I let myself be swayed by the one-star reviews, I wanted to give them the chance to impress me. I mean, there were still many people raving about the results, calling them wonderful, fantastic, and a game changer. They cited these filters as the main reason their skin cleared up and their hair stopped drying out. So, of course, I needed to test them for myself and see if I could get the same results and find out once and for all if filtering your tap water is actually the miracle cure to getting better skin and shinier hair. So, take a deep breath, theorists, because we are about to dive into
Liquid Death!
What? No.
Santi from the food theorists. Hello, bro. Hey, bro.
Santi, this is not your food theory. This is my episode. Get back in the fridge.
Ow! What are you doing? You can't trap me in here forever!
Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, to start off, I needed to collect some starting data about my normal everyday tap water.
For today, we are going to be testing our water consistency, whether it's hard water, soft water. Is that better or worse for our skin and our hair?
Hold up a minute. I know some of you may be thinking, hard water? Soft water? What is that? Well, it's a big part of what those TikTok ads claim is making our skin and hair suffer. But it's not about how your water feels, it's about what your water is filled with. Hard water contains high levels of minerals, usually calcium and magnesium. This is due to our tap water being filtered through rocks and soils as it travels from its source to our sinks and showers. Depending on where you live, your water could be soft, hard, or somewhere in between. For example, places like Indianapolis, where their water source moves through limestone and chalk rocks that contain high amounts of minerals, they have extremely hard water, typically falling around between 185 to 340 parts per million. That's how many milligrams of hard minerals are in the water for every liter. Comparatively, soft water is typically between 0 and 50 ppm. Now, most places have some type of water hardness, including my little neighborhood of Los Angeles. But does that actually matter when it comes to our skin and hair health? TikTok sure thinks so, so that is what we are going to put to the style theory test.
A lot of people don't really think about water quality when they think of what's good for their skin and their hair. To test that, we have these, which are our water hardness test strips. These are going to tell us the quality of the water that we're getting out of the sink and the shower.
I'll also be doing a chemical test on the unfiltered and filtered water later in the episode to see if there's any difference.
And then, over the course of the next 2 weeks, we are going going to use some filters to see if these actually improve our water and thus improve our skin and our hair.
As I prepared the tests, I realized that, like water, it's easy to let your finances slip through your fingers. So why not filter it through something that can let you take control with the help of our partner for today's episode, Rocket Money. I love organizing things, but money has always been the one thing that slips through the cracks. A few dollars for coffee here, a nice pair of boots there. It's always nice to have a little treat at the end of a hard day. However, if you don't keep track of all those little treats, they can add up real quick. But not with Rocket Money. Rocket Money is a premium personal finance app that helps you keep track of where your money is flowing. You can organize all of your spending by categories, create new smart sorting, and keep track of recurring charges like bills and subscriptions. Yeah, you ever sign up for a free trial and forget to go back and cancel it before you get charged? Guilty. With Rocket Money, I never have to worry about any unexpected leaks in my wallet. I can locate any unwanted subscriptions and cancel them right in the app. It's true, you don't have to do all that work of tracking down the right website or anything like that. Rocket Money does it for you in just a few easy steps. And if you're still struggling to keep your treat yourself moments within your budget, no worries. Rocket Money can alert you to when you're reaching your set budgets for the month, as well as separate it out from all of your other spending, like groceries or other necessities. No guilt tripping involved. So, what are you waiting for? Take control of your money today by going to rocketmoney.com/styletheorist or clicking the link in the description to get started today. That is rocketmoney.com/styletheorists or click the link in the description. Thanks again to Rocket Money for sponsoring this episode. And now for our test results.
I am going to test my sink and my shower separately, just in case there's a difference. There shouldn't be, it's all the same water funneling in, but we'll see. So, for our first test, we are hitting what looks to me, I'm gonna put it at the 120 mark. So that's our hardness level.
While that may sound bad, it's actually pretty good for LA, which usually hits closer to 170 or 250 ppm, which makes my reading of 120 ppm still hard water, but pretty soft for my area. My shower had similar results.
It's that between these two colors, closer to the 120, which is bad for my skin, but really good for our experiment. But I'm getting ahead of myself because I need to install our little filters.
Now, theorists, I'm not a plumber by trade, but I am stubborn, and I was filled with determination to install these myself, which meant taking a detour to figure out exactly how a sink works. Turns out that sinks come with a filter already. This is the aerator, which is a little mesh filter located at the tip of your faucet spout. Depending on your sink, it could be internal or external. Mine is an Audi. The aerator has a few jobs. One, it reduces the amount of water coming out of the faucet to save water. Two, it helps with water pressure by shaping the stream. And fair warning, that really matters if you don't want water going everywhere. Trust me. And three, it traps any solid particles that may find their way into your sink. Now, to be clear, this is not the same as the water filters we are installing today. Unlike our filters, the aerator isn't made to remove minerals that have dissolved into our water supply. But let me tell you, the aerator tried to out-stubborn the stubborn queen. It was a long battle. Water was splashed, nails were chipped, and phones were dropped.
How you doing down there?
Nevertheless, she persisted, and after hours, literal hours of watching the installation videos and talking to customer support, I was victorious.
I did it! Oh my god, I did it!
After collecting myself, I double-checked my work.
Theorists, we did it. It works. Water in, water filter, water out.
But I
Congrats! Congrats. Yeah.
couldn't fully celebrate quite yet.
Now we get to do that again.
There was still the kit shower filter to install, which took me less than 5 minutes. What the heck? Why was the other one so hard? I was expecting round 2 of the hardware battle, but I'll take.
Alright, I think it's because we fail to take in consideration that humans tend to have experience, tend to have tolerance, tend to learn something, tend to get more prepared for it. And the first time of anything is going to be very difficult. The first step as a baby, the first time you do the exam is going to be difficult. The first time you drive a car is going to be nerve-wracking. The first pregnancy is gonna be difficult. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people, from my experience, from my close friend experience, they stop having a second child because the first child is painful. They fail to take in consideration of you getting prepared. You're a veteran mother now. Your body have pain tolerance. So similar for this. So yeah.
The win.
I really want everyone out there.
Sorry. Let me go back for it.
Shower filter to install, which took me less than 5 minutes. What the heck? Why was the other one so hard? I was expecting round 2 of the hardware battle, but I'll take the win.
I really want everyone out there to know that I am the handyman of my household. I am the handy woman of my household, and it is okay to be the lady with the pretty nails and the lovely makeup and still do the labor, like this kind of labor. We can do it.
Never let anyone tell you you can't be the plumber of your own dreams. Running our hard water test strips under the newly filtered water spouts, the results were not as drastic as I was expecting based on the ads.
It's not a huge difference so far, but I would argue that this, which is our new color, it is closer now to being between the 50 and the 120, whereas the other one was closer to being here. So it seems like it's kind of doing something. And then looking at our other one, I would also say we're still in this range. So it's not soft water, but it is not as hard.
I'll be doing this test a few more times over the course of our experiment just to see if there's any change over time. For now though, it was time to test out our new hardware.
All right, well, I have now showered, washed my face, and done all of that with our water filters. I'm gonna tell you, I don't feel a difference in the water, and I don't see a difference yet, but we've only been using this for 2 days, so I'm not expecting anything yet. I think if we're gonna see anything, it's gonna be at the end of the experiment when we look at the side-by-side of start versus finish.
But there was one thing I noticed right away.
It's so weird to have the water come out here. Because of the way the filter is done, the water comes out to the left of my faucet. So where you're used to reaching right under the sink, it's to the left, which is weird. I have to suddenly keep remembering to go like this. And what I'm most surprised about is that the water pressure is good on both of them. I don't feel a difference in the amount or pressure of water I'm getting on my head or on my toothbrush, my washcloth, my whatever.
Yet the true test of how well our water filters were working was going to be my little friend, Jeremy.
They do have to still fight with this guy. I'll call him Jeremy. Jeremy is putting up a big fight and has been for a week already.
Yes, I still get acne. One of the big selling points for Filter Baby is the claim that using it can help reduce breakouts and skin irritation, something that I deal with all the time, and that it can do it in just 2 weeks, aka the length of our experiment. The main problem with hard water is that due to the minerals within the water, it has a high pH level, which is how acidic or basic something is. Hard water is usually around 8.5 pH, making it very basic, and it is way higher than our skin's natural pH of 4.5 to 5.5. When this high pH water comes into contact with our skin, it changes our pH balance, and it can strip away our skin's outer layer that protects us from bacteria and other external irritants, which can lead to breakouts, irritation, and dry skin. Yes, your water can be a big factor to the everyday skin problems that you're facing. And the same goes for our hair. Remember how we said that calcium and magnesium were very common in hard water? Well, all that can react with the natural oils in our hair, also known as sebum. When it does, it can cause a buildup of salt that interferes with our natural moisturizing process. You know, the thing that keeps our hair looking silky and shiny like a Pantene commercial. And if you, like me, dye your hair, it can do even more damage to your hair color and to your wallet. Minerals like copper and iron can interfere with the chemicals in your hair dye, causing your color to fade faster, meaning that you are going to be shelling out more money to dye your hair more often. Not cool, hard water, not cool. So, what chemicals are we dealing with in this experiment? Glad you asked. It's time for our chemical test. This strip will give us a more detailed breakdown of what exactly we're working against, and to see if our filters are making any difference. Plus, it will test the pH level and alkalinity of both our filtered and unfiltered water. You know, the thing we just learned was potentially the key to helping our skin and hair thrive. I ran the tests under both of our filters and my normal tap water, just to find out that, once again, there wasn't any miraculous difference. While it was great to learn that my tap water wasn't harboring any secret mercury or lead poisoning, that was the only reassurance I got. Almost all of the test boxes were exactly the same, filtered or unfiltered, sink or shower, except for one, the alkalinity. While the regular water and the filtered water coming out of the filter baby had an alkaline level of 120 ppm, the Kitsch shower filtered water had a reading of 40. That is a big difference, which means that our shower now also has a more neutral pH balance, which should be good for our hair, right? Well, these results also meant that the filter baby wasn't doing anything for our sink water. But that was actually the least of my problems when it came to the filter baby. Theorists, I hope you have some towels ready.
Alright, so we are at a week with our filters, and here, let me give you an update. The filter baby is not great. You know that sticker we talked about at the start of the episode, the one that was smack dab on that Amazon page? I think I know why this is returned. You see, less than a week after installation, our filter baby started filter leaking. And I don't mean in the sink, I mean under the sink.
Yes, we had barely reached halfway through our experiment and I was being flooded, literally.
I uninstalled the filter baby and reinstalled the normal filter, and there was no leak at all, which tells me that it's not my plumbing skills and it's not the sink that's the problem. It's the filter.
And it was the filter. Due to the plastic attachment that replaced our original aerator, the water wasn't flowing into the filter as it was meant to. It literally couldn't handle the pressure. Instead, the water was being pushed back up the outsides of the hose inside the sink, and then down into the cabinet below.
Oh, so it's more of an engineering issue. It's okay. It's room for improvements in terms of the engineering issues, or maybe it's more of a material issues. Yeah.
Actually wanted to know if it was a me thing or if it was everyone else, but I actually went to the 1-star reviews on Amazon, and guess what? I saw a pretty familiar problem.
Down among the claims of ill-fitting attachments and poor quality plastic was an echo of my problem. Everything fit just fine, but as soon as I turned on the water when this was installed, water starts leaking from the faucet but under the vanity. I installed it twice to make sure. Once uninstalled, my sink no longer leaks just like before the installation. Gee, sounds familiar. And that wasn't all. We weren't the only ones to test our filter baby and find its filter lacking. Another reviewer did a chlorine test on their water, as filter baby specifically calls out that it filters chlorine, and found that claim to be false when they tested their water, much like we did with our tests.
I'm really disappointed because not only did the bacteria test and the hard water test not really show a difference with our sink in particular, we saw the alkaline difference with the shower head and the shower filter from Kitsch, but the sink did not. I really wanted this to work. I have acne problems. I wanted to see if this would finally clear up some of that gunk that just always pops up around my face, and I'm let down. So, is it worth causing a problem with my plumbing? Is it worth having water damage under my sink to try and use this filter? I will do it for the rest of our run, but let me tell you, this for $120 is not it.
If I was leaving my own review right now, let's just say I'd be joining my fellow leakers in the comments. At 1 week, our overall results were inconclusive. My skin was no clearer and my acne was still going strong. My hair was a little more shiny, but I didn't notice any added volume or softness yet. So, armed with enough towels to try and dam up the floodgates, I was ready to finish out the final week of the experiment. As we marched towards the end, I wanted to better understand just what was going wrong. Why was our filter baby failing? Why did our Kitsch only have some results? Taking a closer look, it may come down to how the two filters, well, filter. According to their product page, Filter Baby uses a purification method called ultrafiltration. Ultrafiltration uses a mix of water pressure and a semi-permeable membrane to separate out all the gunk from our pure water. It's a very common and usually successful method for purifying drinking water, among other things. However, with the results we've seen so far, both in our water hardness and chemical tests, there's obviously something that's interrupting that process in the Filter Baby. There are two probable causes. First is the material that they're using. Their filter is made up of 3 layers: a woven mesh for large particles, a coconut shell-based carbon filter for chlorine and other contaminants, and the aforementioned ultrafilter, material not disclosed. Now, looking at this and the reviews that we've seen, my eyes are drawn to the coconut carbon filter. This type of filter has gained popularity over recent years for its eco-friendliness and is considered effective against most contaminants. However, it's known to have a shorter lifespan depending on its size and the type of water flowing through it, meaning it may not be suited for every water type or every person's sink. Option number 2 is the water pressure itself. As we saw with my Filter Baby, the filter couldn't handle the pressure of my water, and so there is a chance that caused some kind of error inside the filter. On the other hand, or other spout in this case, the Kitsch shower filter uses a filtration method called KDF-55, which is a copper-zinc alloy that uses electrochemical reactions to exchange electrons with the contaminants in the water, and thus trapping them inside the filter. This
Okay, just pause a while first. I really respect Amy and the team behind this video from the Style Theorists. This video, even though it's taken down from the channel, must have been a lot of research involved. It's very educational and thank you. Thank you so much.
along with calcium sulfate used to target impurities like chlorine, results in what they claim is the ultimate spa-like experience. Sure, but what about our final results? Could the Filter Baby surprise us all and turn things around? Would Kitsch suddenly start a tsunami inside my shower? Will I ever be able to stop filming myself in my bathroom for the internet? It's time to find out.
Alright, so we've reached the end of our filter experiment, and what do we actually have to show for it?
Let's start with the one that's given us the best experience so far, the Kitsch shower filter.
Well, my hair looks fine. I think it's nice, I think it's shiny, but I don't think it's any different than before. It doesn't feel shinier, doesn't feel fuller. It just feels like nice, clean hair, which is great, but that's not what the advertisement tells me. The advertisement tells me that it's supposed to make my hair better. It's the next step, the next evolution of washing your hair, when really it's just there.
Looking at my hair over the last 2 weeks, there wasn't a huge visible or invisible difference. At most, there was a little bit more shine than when we started, but it felt clean and the item didn't leak, which is more than I can say for our other filter, Baby.
I was so happy to uninstall the Filter Baby. I don't like this. I don't like this product. I don't think it works. I don't think it really gives me results. All this did was make my sink leak. And I don't know about you, but that tends to cause stress, anxiety, nightmares, things that then cause more problems for your face. Also, when I look at my skin, I still have the same acne as we started this experiment. Hasn't gone away. Just got worse. I have more acne up in my eyebrow area. I'm gonna say no to the Filter Baby and send that one back.
But the most disappointing
Alright, okay, my condolences to you. Sorry.
thing in this entire episode was our final chemical test, the one that was meant to show if our filters could maintain their filtering power over a 2-week period. Or rather, if Kitsch could keep its small alkaline lead. Editors, let's see our results. Now, I could tell you which one is our unfiltered water, which one is our Filter Baby, and which is the Kitsch shower filter, but it wouldn't matter. They all look exactly the same. The pH level, the alkalinity, quality, the water hardness, these things that the products are meant to help with look exactly the same.
I don't think that you need a water filter unless you are having a serious water problem. And if you are, I think it's really good to get a water test to see what water you're actually working with. The best part of this experiment was understanding what was in my water. It lets me know what's going on my skin, what's going in my hair. From there, you can understand what you need to do to make your water better.
In the end, the answer to getting better water for your hair and skin is understanding your own water. I highly recommend getting your own chemical and water hardness tests to be more informed about what's going on and in your body. And if you find something majorly bad, find a filter that works by testing it yourself and not trusting TikTok ads. But hey, that's just a theory, a style theory. Keep looking sharp. Not ready to leave the water? Click the box on screen for one of our wettest episodes ever. And I'll see you next Saturday morning.
The meme at the back, the pigeons.
Yourself and not trusting TikTok ads. But hey,
How I test the pH of my water. I'm not gonna lie, that's actually quite relatable. But hey, that's just a theory, a style theory. Keep looking sharp. Thank you. Subscribe. And also, this video came up from the style theorists, and yeah, they thought water filter ruins my skin. Style theory. I got no idea why it disappeared from the main channel. I'm so sorry. I don't know. Yeah, sorry.